when an independent journalist began digging into the Wexford County Sheriff Department's conduct, particularly its handling of the Rebecca Park case. There was no spectacle at first, just careful research, public videos, questions asked calmly, methodically, and in the open, the kind of questions a healthy system should welcome. Instead, the response was resistance. As De facto Media Group published footage raising concerns about alleged misconduct and questionable law enforcement decisions, a simple next step followed: a Freedom of Information Act request. Nothing extraordinary, just public records, phone calls connected to the Rebecca Park case, email correspondence between Detective Chris Piscore and his wife, former Corrections Officer Christy Piscore, communications that, if everything were above board, should have posed no threat at all. The price quoted for transparency: over $46,000. Not for thousands of boxes, not for decades of archives, for a narrow, targeted request tied to a single case and a single investigator. A cost so staggering it felt less like a fee and more like a warning: stop asking questions. But the story didn't end with a number on an invoice. Soon after posting videos about the Wexford County Sheriff Department, the detective's wife, Christy Piscore, began harassing the journalist directly. According to those claims, the harassment escalated, spreading to include her son, and culminating in the creation of fake online posts filled with false information. Retaliation, the journalist believes, for daring to seek public records the law and our Constitution guarantees. All the while, deeper issues lingered in the background like open wounds the department refused to treat. Alleged mishandling of the Rebecca Park case, claims of illegal searches, civil lawsuits quietly settled or dismissed from public view, a questionable pay raise granted shortly before Christy Piscore's retirement. Each concern alone might have been explained away. Together, they painted a picture that was impossible to ignore. And now, after all of that, the cost of transparency has climbed even higher. A small, straightforward records request, something that should cost maybe $100 at most, has ballooned to nearly $47,000, a price tag that effectively slams the door on public oversight, ensuring only the wealthy or the reckless can afford to look behind the curtain. This is how corruption survives, not always through overt criminal acts, but through exhaustion, through bureaucracy weaponized against truth, through making accountability so expensive, so painful, that most people give up. But some don't. Some keep going, even when harassed, even when intimidated, even when the system itself seems designed to crush them for asking the wrong questions. Because the Rebecca Park case still deserves answers. Because public records belong to the public. And because justice cannot exist in the dark, no matter how high the price is set to keep the lights off.
Trying to get a Freedom of Information Act request? Wow. Really?